Okay, I know these are really quick videos. This one's going to be an order of operations, lesson 5 in the Bridging to Algebra module 3, I think. Um, I'm also going to include a link to a playlist I made about a year ago that really does a deeper dive into order of operations. You'll see in the email. I was just really happy and cheery back then, so it is a good deep dive. But if you can't deal with enthusiasm, which I can't right now, then don't worry about it. PEMDAS is order of operations. What is that all about? This is a great way of thinking about it. Another mnemonic device is a memory technique that we use is called GEMS. And just a mnemonic device is just that these letters. Okay, so PEMDAS, you'll understand why I wrote it like that in just a second. Uh, so if we have a problem like, I don't know, let's say this. This is actually not a good example. We'll keep it really simple. We won't do groups just yet. If I say 3 minus 4 times 2, what we see here is two operations in this numeric expression. That's what these are called. We have multiplication here, and we have subtraction here. And we may be tempted to work left to right because that's the way in which we read. If we did that, 3 minus 4 is -1 times 2 is -2. That would be wrong. That's not how we do it. Boom. We follow the order of operations. We do parentheses or groups first, exponents second, and then we multiply and divide, and then we add subtract. So if we're only looking at multiplication and subtraction, we're going to multiply first. And then we get -5. That is it. That's all we have to worry about. I'm going to show you a couple more. Here's one with this is a parentheses, okay? So in this case, we may be tempted to say 3 times 4 is 12, minus 2 is 10. We would be wrong. We got to do the group first. 4 minus 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And that's how it works. We do the parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide. Let's see one with an exponent, huh? If I had an exponent, I don't know, let's say 2 times 3 to the third power. Oh, I like this problem. So if I'm working left to right, I'm going to say 6 to the third power. I'm not sure what 6 to the third power is, but we would be wrong because we're not meant to be working left to right. We do the exponent first. 3 to the third power is 27. 2 times 27 is 54. That would be the correct answer to this problem. Okay, I'm just giving you a quick overview so that you can see some of these problems in action. Please go over the worksheet very carefully. If you want a video where I'm like a little bit more invested, I'll include the playlist to the order of operations series for like my Mathtastic thing last year. I'm embarrassed by it. I'm just embarrassed. I don't know what to say. We're gonna clear page. Yes, I'm gonna put this on pause real quick. Okay. While I'm still here, I'm just gonna walk through some of these practice problems for you so that you can see this stuff in action, okay? 15 minus 3 plus 7. Here's my PEMDAS. Add subtract is on the same line. We might be tempted to do the addition first because when we're sounding out PEMDAS, the A comes before the S. But remember, multiply and divide and add subtract are the same line. It's the only time when we do work left to right. So I'm going to work left to right with this. 15 minus 3 is 2, so plus 7, and that equals out to 9. This one, I have 7 times 2 to the third power. I want to do my exponent before I multiply and divide. So this becomes 7 times 8. That's 2 to the third power. And that equals 56. In this case, I want to do my parentheses first. So I have 9 times 5 to the third power. And then I go back to the same way I did number 2. I want to do my exponent before I multiply. Exponent comes before multiplication. 5 to the third power is 125. Times 9, I think, is 1,025. But don't quote me on that because I might be wrong. I'm totally wrong. I don't want to get hung up on that. So I won't. Let me do a couple more. Which one's good? Which one's good? Okay, I'm gonna do this one here, and then I'm gonna do one of these guys because this one's hard. Okay, so what do I want to do first? I have a subtraction operator, I have addition, but it's inside the parentheses, and then I have division. Well, I'm gonna look over here. Parentheses comes first, so I know that 16 plus 12 is 28. So I have 64 minus 28 divided by 2. Now I have two operators. I have subtraction and I have division. Division comes before subtraction, so I'm going to divide. 64 minus 28 divided by 2 is 14. And now I only have one operation, which is subtraction. 14 off of 64 is 50. Okay, let's look at this. Use parentheses to make the following statements true. Okay, I have two operations. Division would normally come first. So let's see what happens if I don't have parentheses. Well, 4 divided by 2 is 2, plus 10 is 12, and 12 does not equal 7. But if I do the addition first, 10 plus 4 is 14, divided by 2 is 7. And this one, let's see. I would normally do the exponent first. This one's tricky, huh? This one's a little tricky. Let me see. 38 minus 3 times 2 squared. And that's meant to equal 4. 4, 12. Oh, okay. So I almost want to leave this to you. Where would the parentheses go? If I do the exponent first, which is what it would be if there were no parentheses, I would have 4 times 3 is 12. 12 off of 38 is 26. So what's 38 minus what is equal to 2? Well, you might have said 36 needs to go into there, right? Well, 3 times 2 is 2. I'm sorry, 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 to the second power is 36. So if I put the parentheses right there, I'll get my answer. Okay, that's how those work. Think about it, meditate on it, let me know what you think. And again, if you want to do a deeper dive into PEMDAS, which is really foundational to what we're doing, I encourage you to look at the playlist that I made up for you last year. All right? Okay. Take care. I will see you next Monday.